Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Chef D, and we're going to be hopping into our third installment of the Best Ball Mania saga here. It's our third installment here. Can't wait to get into it. So let's enter our tournament right now. Get you guys ready. In this one, we're going to try to correlate. All right. I've seen in past videos and been doing some research. We're going to make sure we correlate week 17 into our lineups the best that we can. So that means having, when it comes to that championship week, you want to set yourself apart from everyone else that is there. And hey, week 17 is that way to do it. We're going to need to correlate. So for example, if we have a bear stack, all right, we're going to try to aim for someone on the bring back in that Falcons-Bears game in Week 17. In that Raiders-Colts game, if we have Jonathan Taylor, maybe we have Anthony Richards. If we want to bring somebody back, or Michael Mayer, or Jimmy Garoppolo, or Devontae Adams, things like that. We're going to need to make sure we have guys going back and forth in these key games here in Week 17, okay? And that's going to set yourself apart. That's how Pat Carrain won. If you follow Ship Chasing and what they're doing with Pete Overzet and all those guys, he won that $2 million with correlation in Week 17. One of the other guys that won Best Ball Mania won off of only one entry. Okay, so that is going to be, that's huge, man. Don't be discouraged. All right, you don't have to fully load 150 lineups. You just need one, and it has an opportunity for you winning life-changing money. So it's already started. Our draft has already started. It looks like we got the pick 11. All right, so what we're looking here, you don't have to go correlating in the first 3, 4, 5 rounds. Once you get an established block going down, then we can find some connections in that second half of that draft to really pull us toward correlations in Week 17. Cooper Kupp, oh, he finally went at pick number 5. Kelsey off the board at 6. Let's see, let's plug in Bijan Robinson. I'm going to have him in here in the queue. We're going to have CeeDee Lamb, Garrett Wilson. The top 3 I don't expect to fall to me at 11, so that's fine by me. So that's going to be fine. I'm going to leave that there. Bijan Robinson went at 7. He's been going a little bit later because, I don't know, not a lot of belief in Arthur Smith. And I get it, it's a rookie. We haven't seen it, but he's going to be the bell cow. All right? He's going to be, there's no doubt. He's going to be the guy. He's going to get a ton of looks. And if we're looking for someone to be someone like Christian McCaffrey, he's going to need around 80 targets. So that's what you're going to need from him to go along with the rushing ability. We're up right now. We got CeeDee Lamb and Garrett Wilson up at this selection here. I'm fine with any. JT is even there. So even if I go for a running back, I definitely want to secure a wide receiver. We're going to go CeeDee Lamb right here at this selection. I like the Cowboys this year. It couldn't go wrong with anyone. I wanted a number 1, so it's between CeeDee Lamb and Garrett Wilson. I can go double wide receiver here. We got Devontae Adams. I can secure in JT right here and really lock in a top tier running back. I expect him to have a bounce back year, so that's where we're gonna go here. We'll go wide receiver and running back here. We went CeeDee Lamb, alpha wide receiver, and then we went Jonathan Taylor. He's been falling a little bit too far. All this talk about having a rushing quarterback doesn't help a running back. What are we talking about here? What are we expecting? Jonathan Taylor down year was last season, and now he's just falling in drafts now. This is the top tier talent at running back, and there's concerns of Anthony Richardson taking from an elite running back. What have we seen with Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders? Miles Sanders had a career year with Jalen Hurts and a rushing quarterback. What do we see with the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins? That whole rushing attack, that works. The fact that you got to worry about the quarterback rushing and you got to worry about the running back, it's going to open up an enormous amount of possibilities for your running back. So I don't understand that type of talk. It's talking you out of a great play. You got to use common sense in these situations, and that clearly is one of them. Do not fade Jonathan Taylor this season, and you're getting him at a complete value. Every other year, you have to play first, second, or third pick to get him, and now you're waiting. I got him in the second round. What? That is called value. We take advantage of value in on this channel. At least we take advantage of value. So love JT there at that selection. So we got, let's look at the board for you guys. Jamar, Christian, Tariq came back around. Amon-Ra, St. Brown went. He could have been a consideration there. Then we got JT, Adams, Henry. As this board starts to form, Hurts is off the board. Pollard, Smith. Let's see if we can get some guys in the queue who we expect coming back around. I definitely want to, let's look at these wide receivers. We can look towards a stack later with Dak Prescott, since we have CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy. All these guys are going to be candidates, okay? All of these guys here, they're going to be options, and I'll debate. We'll pick and choose here. Quarterback, if a certain quarterback stays, obviously I love Lamar. We love Lamar, we love Fields, we love Burrow, we love Herbert in a bounce back season. All these guys are going to be candidates. Let's see, anyone in particular at the running back position? We are 3 picks away. Ramondre Stevenson, we could load up there. So we're going to leave it regular here. Titans, I'm not really, I could go back to back and get that stack. Unless, it depends. It depends. Let's see if it comes to us. I'll take a stab at it if it comes to us, and we'll stack Baltimore, Andrews, and Lamar. Since they want to throw the ball more with Lamar Jackson, he can make every throw. Now they have a new offensive coordinator. He got that new contract, new money, and now there's going to be some new expectations from Lamar Jackson. Hopefully you get a 2018 season from him. And we saw Mark Andrews get off the board. Right now we're looking at Keenan Allen, Lamar Jackson, and DeAndre Hopkins. So we're going to go Keenan right here. I want to do a little stack. I haven't done it yet. I've been going Lamar a lot, but I want to do a stack with or Justin Herbert. I expect him to have a bounce back season. Going to secure a wide receiver there, and Keenan Allen, and then 2 selections. I can get another wide receiver, or just take Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre Stevenson is kind of fallen a little bit too far, and then come back around. I could look towards Justin Herbert as our next selection. So it's either going to be Stevenson, Hopkins. I don't know where you're going, but you're an elite. Come on. We're 10, 11 picks past ADP with Ramondre Stevenson, the #1 running back here. We're going to have to take that shot. So I think we're pretty solid at the running back position, and we can really go on a run. But we locked in Keenan. We got Ramondre. I could have went Lamar. I love Lamar, but I want to be a little bit different, and I expect Herbert to be there on my second selection. That is the expectation. The question is, will it come through? That's going to be a big question there. DJ Moore, I love him this year. I could have went both of those guys there. Could have went Keenan and DJ Moore, but the value on Ramondre Stevenson, 11, 12 picks, clear-cut #1 running back. They just let go James Robinson. Bill Belichick loves to run the football, and there's no committee. There's no true committee there. So this is full Ramondre Stevenson season, and I definitely wanted to take advantage of that. If it wasn't for him, then it would have been between Hopkins, Moore, all these type of guys here. Justin Herbert is still there. So let's queue up the next group of wide receivers we want to be targeting. We'll target all these guys: Deontay, JSN, Godwin. All these guys are going to be candidates along that next wave. We're 10 picks away. Everything's looking fine. Traylon Burks is here. Mike Evans, Jordan Addison, whatever. I guess so. Jordan, we'll put him in the queue. Ooh, Quinn. That's what I really want. Boom. All right, we'll put him in the queue. All these guys in the queue. Running back, I think we're pretty good. We got two leads. All right. A lot of people, when you're looking at these best ball drafts, there is a wide receiver avalanche. It just comes at you. Just everyone stacking 3, 4, 5 wide receivers before they even touch another position. So that could get dangerous there. But I think we already have a solid 2. If we're looking here, we got CeeDee Lamb, we got Keenan. That's a nice core. JT, Ramondre Stevenson, we're waiting for a 5th selection here. We see, as you can see, pick number 1, Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, DK Metcalf, heavy wide receiver there. Jamar Chase for number 2 and DeAndre Hopkins. We didn't know where he's going, but still a worthy stab right there. And our pick is coming up. Pick is coming up right now. We are 2 selections away of a possibility. So he already has 1 quarterback. I don't expect Bird Game to go for a QB. We'll see what happens. And then DR Doctor, he has the opportunity to snipe us. So we're going to see. Is he going to do it? Yes, he did. Mother. God dang it. Oh. All right. So we're going to hop back on. I definitely want. All right, we're going to take Godwin. Going to take Godwin here at this spot. And then let's see what quarterbacks. We're going to have to wait on quarterbacks. Correlate with some other guys a little bit. I do have JT, so Anthony Richardson can be on the board. We could do a little late stack coming around in that next round. Or take it now at pick 83. That's way above ADP for Deshaun Watson. But we're going to consider that. I'm going to consider it next round. But I want to lock in some of these wide receivers since I did go to running backs earlier. So we're back at our pick. JSN is about to be locked up right now. All right, JSN. Hopefully he comes on later in the season. And now we're looking pretty decently. We got 4 wide receivers, okay? 4 wide receivers. Deontay Johnson wasn't able to fall to us. I had a decision between Chris Godwin and Deontay Johnson. I could have went the other way. I feel fine both ways. Chris Godwin is an alpha. Between him and Mike Evans, obviously you get a downgrade at quarterback, but hey, this team is expected to be down. They're going to be in a lot of games that they're going to need to come back huge, and there's going to be opportunities for receptions. That goes for Mike Evans, that goes for Chris Godwin. That's why these guys are going to be forgotten about. Just because Tom Brady's going doesn't mean that they're not going to be fantasy assets, and they still are, okay? Deontay Johnson, on the other hand, love him as well. It's between him and Pickens, but you're going to need Kenny Pickett to step up to a whole nother level, okay? At least Baker, I know Baker, he's a veteran now in the NFL. He did solidly with the Rams to end the season. That was a bright spot. So I have no problem. And he gets an upgrade at wide receiver with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. All right, we're 15 picks away. Let's see if we can throw some other guys in the queue. Trevor Lawrence is going to be on our minds as well. Let's see. Do I have a correlation already? Let's see. Do I have a correlation already? We got 14, so we got some time. Right now, I got CD. I got Dallas, Indianapolis. In week 17, there's Dallas and the Detroit Lions. I got Baltimore. No, I got Keenan. We got Tampa Bay. Let's see. Tampa Bay and the Saints. Tampa Bay and the Saints will be correlation. And Colts and Raiders. So we'll probably look towards Michael Mayer a little bit later. Right now, we don't have anyone. And then JSN, we do have Seattle. We have Seattle. Seattle and the Steelers. That could have been a correlation there. I could have went Deontay Johnson and then paired that with JSN, and that would have been correlation in that particular game. That would have been perfect. That was an opportunity there. All right, that's fine. Quentin Johnson is off the board. Let's see. DeAndre Swift is here. He's going. Cam Akers is a candidate. Dak is going really late. I'm going to lock in at least one quarterback coming up. Let's look at these wide receivers. We do have 4 right now. Trevor Lawrence is still here. Elijah Moore, Bateman. All these guys are going to be candidates. We'll throw in something. Juju's having a knee issue early in camp right now, so that can be a question mark. I'm hearing good reports out of the camp of KC with Sky Moore. I'm not trusting Kadarius Toney. We're just not doing that this year, okay? I get it, but it's a lot of hope, and it's no results. That's what we've been shown week in and week out. I mean, year in, year out with Kadarius Toney. He only had 7 snaps in the Super Bowl, guys. Don't forget about that as well. So Trevor Lawrence is really falling. Jesus. Trevor Lawrence is falling to, what, 14 picks past ADP? 15? I'm going to have to take this value right here. Might have to take this Jacksonville. Let me see. Jacksonville and the Panthers. Do a later stack on that. I got to take advantage of this. I want, yeah. We're going Trevor. We're taking Trevor here. We got us our first quarterback. Is Darren Waller here? Nope, he's gone, so that's fine. We don't have to worry about tight end. We want at least 3 tight ends. That's gonna be our setup. Technically, we're looking for 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends in our lineup builds. This is our second selection now. Rashad Bateman is still here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Bucks. We have 14 seconds left. Deshaun Watson is going, so we're going to take Rashad Bateman right now at the wide receiver spot. So we got 5 wide receivers now. I don't expect these running backs to fall even further. I feel solid with the running back position. We'll creep back at that spot soon enough, but we're going to be missing out on Rachaad White, David Montgomery, some of those guys right there. That's fine. So right now we're at a 1-2-5 build. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, and 5 wide receivers. We do. Kirk is going. I would have to find. I still got time for Dak Prescott. He should be fine to pair with CeeDee Lamb. So that's going to be my aim. We'll see if he's able to fall to us at the ADP of 101. We have 14 picks away. Let me see these running backs available. We'll start throwing those in the queue. Oh, yeah, I got someone definitely in mind right here. Skip that Brian Robinson. We're talking about Eddie. We're talking about Eric Bieniemy now as the coach or your head coach. Come on. Or running the offense, offensive coordinator. For the Washington Commanders, you know what he loves to do. He loves throwing the football to the running back position. Antonio Gibson is the perfect guy for that. Brian Robinson is just your first and second down guy. Doesn't have any hands, and he's in a perfect situation here. And he got stolen. He got stolen from Jerry Fish. Just took away a gem from us. That was a great selection there from him. Zach Charbonnet is still on the board. Khalil Herbert. Damon Harris in consideration. Eli Mitchell is going to be the best backup to have between him and Kendre Miller. Let's see what is else available. Dak Prescott is still there. We're 5 picks away. That's what we're going to aim for. If we can get Dak, now let's face it, the Lions. We can get Dak. That would be perfect with CeeDee Lamb. And it will be pretty solid. And then we'll go really late quarterback. Now, we're not going to force the correlate. We're going to try. It's the first attempt here. All right. So we're still going to have that in mind. But right now, we definitely want to stack CeeDee Lamb with the quarterback. Will Dr. steal from us again? That is the question. If he does it again, is he watching me? Is he behind me? What is this guy doing right now? I don't think you need a quarterback. You already have a quarterback. Do not do that again, sir. Juju Smith-Schuster, great selection with the knee injury. So we're going to get our stack here. Dak Prescott, I like him in a bounce back year. We got him and CeeDee Lamb. That's going to be a big boost to our lineup there. I do have Trevor Lawrence. We have Evan Ingram here waiting for us. Might need to go that route. Might need. Zay Jones is here. Might need to go that route. Just to have a snack. Kendra. P. Ryan. There's no love here. Let's see, wide receivers. Hazard. I can kind of skip out on these guys. I can have Zay Jones, but now it's just, that's just forcing the stack to force a stack right now. Even though I do like him. Not a love though. I'd rather pair with Ingram is already gone. Tight ends, Dalton Kincaid, 126. Okay. We got Rondale Moore. We want Elon Mitchell. Samaje P. Ryan should have a solid year. Okay, 106. All right, we're gonna go Samaje P. Ryan here. It's gonna be between him and Javonte Williams to be carrying that football. Javonte obviously coming back from his ACL injury, multiple ligaments there. P. Ryan should be fine and locked into a nice amount of carries and workload, and it'll take a miracle for really. You expect that the second year coming back from injury, if Javonte really wants to set himself apart. But I think we're really solid at that running back position with those three guys: JT, Samaje P. Ryan, and who we got? And Ramondre Stevenson, especially. Oh yeah. And then we have a very nice core here of wide receivers: CeeDee Lamb, Keenan, Godwin, JSN, Bateman. All right, we got alphas. We have alphas in our room here. Let's see if we can throw in some wide receivers and tight ends. That's what we're going to be looking towards next. Wide receivers and tight ends. I don't care for that grouping right there. We like Alec Pierce, KJ Osborne. As much as people love Addison, I still felt like Osborne was a favorite target from Kirk Cousins there. Jaden Reed is going to be a stud. We'll target Tyquan Thornton in here. Marvin Mims. Love these guys here. Curtis Samuel. All these guys have huge upside. Eric Bieniemy is going to be utilizing his pass catching threats. That's why I said Antonio Gibson, and that's why Curtis Samuel is going to be a big X factor this year. A lot of people want Jahan Dotson, but the creativity from Eric Bieniemy, guys that can be viewed in multiple facets. Curtis Samuel fits that bill almost perfectly. All right, so that's why we're going to be looking towards him a little bit more. And then you got a little bit of a gap here at that wide receiver selection. Slayton, Woods, we got Nathaniel Dell, there's a whole bunch of guys here that you can consider. So I think it's going to be our time to look at that tight end position because we do not have a tight end. We could double tag tight end here. Definitely love Greg Dulcich. Denver's facing Broncos. Broncos, Chargers. Yeah, we missed that stack, but that is going to be correlation there with our guy in Keenan. So we're gonna get Greg Dulcich. We're gonna correlate there in that game in Week 17 between the Chargers and the Denver Broncos. There, like I said, I might double tap that tight end spot here. We do have, if I'm choosing anyone, it's between Higbee, or I might be able to wait for. We're gonna go get Kendre Miller still here, man. Please. Child, please, man. We going Kendre Miller. Thank you. I can't believe he even fell that far. Me looking at tight ends. Kendrick, what? Let's go. I'm loving this right now. I'm loving this right now. So the Saints, who do they face in week 17? Saints and Buccaneers. That's a correlation. That was correlation. Kendre Miller coming back with Chris Godwin there in that week 17 matchup. That could be something that not a lot of people expect. And that Chris Godwin people expect, but Kendre Miller, hey, you got that court case with Alvin Kamara. He's looking at some major charges here. Oh man, he's probably going to miss majority of the season, probably the whole season, maybe. We'll see. I thought it was going to be last year, but they waited. Obviously, court takes a very long time, but this is going to be the year that Alvin Kamara is going to be missing time, and already they are leaning towards Kendre Miller as the pass catching back in that core right there. So we got CeeDee Lamb, JT, Keenan, Ramadre, Godwin, JSC, Trevor Lawrence, Rashad Bateman, Dak, Prescott, Samaje P. Ryan, Kendre Miller, Dolchich. And we're about to come up with our next selection here. Let's see. Or I could even scroll down here. Don't forget about that, guys. So right there, Trevor, Dak. We're going to sneak in a third quarterback there. We're going to be looking towards another tight end as well because we want 3. We have a decent core wide receivers: Lamb, Allen, Godwin, JSN, Bateman, and then we have Dolchich. So I think we got a solid amount of guys here. Let me throw in my sleeper right there, and Terrace Marshall. He's going to be late in that wide receiver. I got a ton of wide receivers that I'm aiming for. Let's throw in the tight ends that I like coming up. I have Ferguson could be a guy that we could look towards. Where's Ferguson? Where's Jake? Jake Ferguson is the tight end. That's going to be with Dallas right here. So make sure we have him in there. Matter of fact, let's even double check that if we want to. We'll go to our lads. It's going to give us the whole entire depth chart here. Then I'll switch it over to the Dallas Cowboys. I want to make sure that we get the correct tight end here. Let's see this. Right now, Ferguson is the lead guy in that tight end core. They did lose Dalton Schultz. So right now they got Jake Ferguson and they got the rookie Schumacher. But we saw some positives from Ferguson last year, right? 7 picks away. Ferguson's going to be really late. So Juwan Johnson, I like. Sam Laporta, I do like as well. Tyler Conklin. All these guys can be candidates. Jake Ferguson is a super late selection at tight end. If you're looking at his ADP, 200. So 209. So we could really wait on him. That's going to be a super deep sleeper. I'm going to probably snag one of these guys in here between Juwan, Laporta, Conklin, maybe Taysom Hill, even Irv Smith. Okay. Maybe he can have a renaissance year. All these guys are going to be dudes we're going to be looking for. All right. At the running back position, we got 4, right? We have 4. I'm probably going to end with 5 because we got to do 3. There's only 18 selections, so we need 2 more tight ends, 1 more quarterback, and the rest will be between wide receivers and 1 more running back. So right now here, anyone really impressing me? Not really. I was hoping for Juwan Johnson a little bit more. Let's see what's available once we have the full picture. Our pick is up now. KJ Osborne is still here. I definitely do like him. Jaden Reed is still here. I think Jaden Reed is it's tough. See, Jaden Reed, Mims, all right, KJ. More pulling offense. Has a better connection with his quarterback. All right, he can clearly be the number 2. It doesn't have to be Jordan Addison. KJ Osborne was a stud. He had huge spike weeks last year. Ton of great games coming from him. So I went with another wide receiver in KJ Osborne that I do love there. Then we're up with our next selection. We're gonna take a tight end here. I'm fine with either of these guys. We're gonna go between Irv or Sam Laporta. We're gonna go with Irv having a bounce back season. Maybe this can finally be it. All right, maybe this finally could be it. Hayden Hurst did great with the Cincinnati Bengals. Now we get Irv Smith, athletic type of tight end there. He should be able to take advantage of that. So we took Minnesota and Cincinnati Bengals. So Minnesota is facing the Packers. That could be correlation with Jaden Reed. I don't have any other Packer. I don't believe so. No, I don't. That's fine. All right, and then Cincinnati Bengals with the Kansas City Chiefs. I do not have any Chiefs as well. All right, so no correlation in that round. That is going to be fine. We do have some correlation for Week 17. Maybe we can get it coming back around if Jaden Reed falls. That's going to be correlation in that game. Let's see. Texans, Titans, we got no Titans. So coming up next, let's see. Let me see these quarterbacks that are available. Pickett, Bryce, Purdy. So we could do a stack here. We have a couple stack options. We got Kenny Pickett. I don't think I can find a stack with him. Bryce Young, we can definitely stack that up with Terrace Marshall. CJ Stroud, we can still stack that up with Nathaniel Dell. So those are going to be two options to be considering. We have 4, 6, and 2. I definitely want another running back as well. Who's going to be worthwhile? Tajay Spears is here. All right, I feel solid with the 4 that we got. I definitely want one more. Kenneth Gainwell. You need an injury or 2 to happen for things to open up with him. We have Gus Bus. We have Todd Chandler. These are solid options here as our 5th option at running back. So we can consider any one of those. Let's see, Zach Evans. Cordarrelle Patterson is going to be assuming a role. He's basically going to be another wide receiver. So that could be upside as well. It might be putting him back in that kick return realm. And then Zamir White is going to be a sleeper as well. We have another question mark about contract talks with Josh Jacobs this year. Maybe they might just really not care for him this year, since this team probably will be a very bad team and they could be going towards more of a youth route. Zamir White could be that guy late in drafts that you should target. Okay, so 7 picks away. I'm going to try to do one of the stacks with the quarterback here. We have 2 tight ends. I can wait on Jake Ferguson. That's fine. Wide receivers, we can load up another wave of those. Let's see, but I'm going to be aiming for a stack here, especially with one of the rookie quarterbacks. That's going to be a hope here. I can get Kenny Pickett. Don't think I have anyone to pair him with. He might be naked. So I'm going to be aiming for either Bryce or CJ Stroud. That's going to be the goal here between those two. We're coming up 1 pick away. And at the QB position, is Bryce gone? Bryce is gone. So we're probably going to be going with oh, he took him? No, he didn't take him. We're gonna go CJ Stroud here. I wish I had Deontay. That would have been absolutely perfect. Pittsburgh is facing. I don't think so. But we're going to be taking CJ Stroud here. Steelers. With Steelers and Seahawks. We did have GSN. I could have went Kenny Pickett, but I don't have a wide receiver. I really don't. I don't like anyone else out of that group. And we're going to take, let's see if he's still here. We're going to take Nathaniel Dell as well. All right, so we do have a stack there with the Houston Texans. I would need to find a tight end. Tennessee Titans bring back for a correlation in that one. But that's just more of just having a stack. Week 17. You want to have options. If you have 3 quarterbacks, you have 3 opportunities to set yourself apart there. And that was the aim for that one. So we have a 3-4-7-2 build. We want one more tight end. Let's double check on our slot allotments that we have left. That's looking like it's probably what, 2? Yeah. So we're definitely gonna go one more. We're gonna go tight end, and we're gonna go running back. So I'm gonna feel comfortable with 7 wide receivers. Between 7 and 8, that's the goal. 8, you feel a little more comfortable. If you have a couple alphas there, you really do. But we're gonna be going with a 3rd tight end, okay? And remember, it's the flex position, so you could be throwing in. It could be another tight end. All right, so we're gonna be feeling fine with a 3 tight end build here, 5 running backs, and 7 wide receivers. So we're trying to cover all our bases here. Teams with 1 quarterback, you're playing with fire. The tight ends come huge. These spike weeks for these tight ends are very crucial here. Michael Mayer is still on the board if we want to do that correlation I spoke about between the Colts and JT. So we can consider him there. And the running backs, I feel fine with this little 3 here that we got. One of those guys will fall. Michael Mayer is off the board, 8 picks away from one of our next selections between running back and tight end. All right. I think we have a pretty solid lineup here. Let's look at it one more time. Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott, CJ Stroud. We do have a same bye, but at least Trevor Lawrence has a different bye. Week 7, he'll be fine to cover that. Everything else will be fine. With our running backs, we have a lot of week 11. So we're going to need one more running back there to cover us in week 11. We have a lot of week 5 buys. We have 3. And then we got week 9, week 7. Okay, that just happened to fall that way. So let's see. Ty Chandler, Cordarrelle Patterson, Atlanta, Chicago. Zamir White, Vegas. Vegas was Raiders, Colts. So we probably go Zamir White. Coming up. Puka Nacua. I like him. They're using him, a guy that's very active, sweeps, end arounds. It's a very speedy wide receiver that they drafted later in the draft with Puka Nacua. Ty Chandler is going to be, Zamir White is going to be the guy we're going to be looking towards. Because Minnesota and the Packers didn't get Jaden Reed. So we're going to be aiming for Zamir White here. He worked behind Josh Jacobs last year. We'll see how things turn out. I don't expect him to have another great season. And if anything, they're going to be working in their rookie just a little bit more this year. All right. All right. So we went Zamir White. He has some upside. And then coming back around, we're going to be looking for Jake Ferguson. Let's see if we have any other tight ends here. At the tight end, Jelani Woods, Ferguson. But let's correlate. It was Colts. Yeah, right. No. So I'm gonna be taking Jake Ferguson, or should I take Woods or Jake Ferguson? We're gonna be taking Woods. No, we'll take Ferguson. All right. Boom. So we are complete in our draft there. We covered all our positions. We have some correlation in week 17. That was our goal. We didn't force it as much as we could have. But this is our first time doing it in our 3rd best ball draft. We're going to be looking forward to our 4th installment. That's going to be coming really, really soon. Stay tuned to that, guys. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And guys, don't forget to, if you're a viewer and not a subscriber, click that subscribe button right this second and help support. And I'll be bringing you more best ball content. We're going to be getting more into rankings and tiers and just getting you guys ready for best ball and fantasy football season. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace out.